We layer the rattle, and then what we're going to do later, make sure that we have space for our stick to go in. But right now, because it states that we need to start where the stick ends or your handle ends, and then we'll use the needle and the sinew. So the trick is to find out where the holes are. So we're just going to follow the directions. Pull the sinew through. What we're doing is sewing look like a machine stitch, not a wraparound. And then we're going to take the stitch right around, and then we're coming back and going back the other way, so it looks like a machine stitch. Okay, this is what it looks like before I go back. Once I go back with that stitch all the way around, and we're going to put the handle in, make sure we have enough space. Oops. There we go. And just do that, and then I'm going to take the stitching back around, and then I'll show you again what we do after we get back to the other side. Okay, I've got the end of the string right back where the holes were that you came through. Makes it a little easier actually. And you pull it tight, and you go back the other way. You pull it snug, but not real tight. There. That's what it's going to look like. Okay. I got the end of the string. Right back where the holes were that it came through. It's a little easier actually. And pull it tight. Okay, the next step, I've kept that stick inserted. So now I have my sand and a small funnel. So I'm going to take the stick out, put the funnel in, so we can start adding the sand while it's still damp. Because it's still damp, and the way it's sewn, that's going to take a little bit of while to fill it up. I stuck the handle back in again because the sand wasn't going down. If you can push your sand down a bit and then continue to fill. And then I'll show you another few minutes what it looks like. Looks like when it's filled up. The sand is just to help make the shape. Now we're going to stick the stick back in. And then make sure your lacing is tight. And then we just wrap till it's ready. When it's all dried, that'll be the shape of your rattle. Fill up. The sand is just to help make the shape. I'm going to stick the stick back in. The drying process usually takes probably overnight, about the same time as it took for it to be soaking. What I do is stick it in, I have a bucket at home that I stick it in the sand and just let it stand to dry. You'll know when it's dry because the color of the rawhide will become almost a yellow, a light yellow, transparent yellow. And then once it's dry, you take out the stick, take the sand out, and then you can add, people will have an option of any dried, like dry peas, dry beans, little rocks. I'm not sure if rice would work, but there's a variety of things that you could fill your rattle up with. And then you just, once you've got the filling filled in, then you re-wrap this and glue it, and then you can either paint or put peyote stitch on your handle, and that's complete. Thank you. Good day, everyone. I've taken the sand out of the rattle and ended up with 178 grams of sand that was used to dry the shape of the rattle. So what I've gone and done, take out the handle, take the sand out. I have a little funnel, and today I'm going to use popcorn instead of beads. You can use dry beans, use little rocks, depending on what sound you want for your rattle. And I have about maybe 2 ounces, no, maybe 4 grams actually. So you don't want a lot in there, because once you put the stick back in for the handle, okay, it's all ready to finish off. So now take whatever sinew is left. I'm going to leave it like that till I paint my handle. So you can do the same thing. You can either bead it after you've put it back in, or take it back out and paint it, whatever design you want. Thank you, and that's it for the rattle. There are options on threading it, and make sure when you dry it, maybe you need to press the edges and keep them flat. Otherwise, that's it. That's it for the rattle kit. And I have, as you can see, black, yellow, white, and red if you wanted to do the peyote stitch on. on the handle. All right, thank you very much.